And very good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Maritime Fusion Net for Wednesday, March the 27th. End of March already. Before we get started, do we have any emergency or priority traffic for This is Victor Echo 1 Juliet Bravo Lima, DE1 JBL. My name is Jim, and I'll be your net controller for tonight's net. This net meets every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Atlantic Time in the CQ Maritime's room 60207. The net is open to all amateurs in the Maritime provinces and is scheduled for 1 hour. The net is also streaming live on YouTube at Rob, DE1RMJ, so that everyone can follow the net and participate in the chat room. Amateurs will be called in by province. When you check in, please give us your call sign using proper phonetics. After Maritime stations are called in, stations from outside the area will get a chance to check in. A reminder, due to delays in the system, keep for a second or two before transmitting and keep the PTT button on for a second or two after your transmission has finished. Break. Okay, first of all, do we have any announcements for the net? Any announcements? Nothing heard. I do have one, of course, and that is SMART, coming up on May the 4th this year. And there's only 26 spots left open, available for SMART this year. So it's filling up pretty quickly there. So if you're interested in taking part in SMART this year, go to the SMART website. That's smart24.ca. That's smart24.ca. Smart24.ca. And scroll down to the registration form, fill out the registration form, and send it in, and I'll get you registered there. So that's SMART on May the 4th this year. Okay, with that, we'll take a break, and then we'll call in some short time stations. Just stand by. Okay, flip the page here. We're ready to go. So any short time or mobile stations? Short time or mobile stations from anywhere. So I would like to check in the net right now. Go ahead.
Victor Echo 1 Juliet Sierra.
Victor Echo 9 Charlie Golf Lima. Victor Echo 9 Charlie Golf Lima.
Okay, I got two stations at a time. I got VE1JS and VE9CGL. Any other short time stations? Any other short time? Go ahead.
Victor Echo 1 Foxtrot Oscar X-Ray. VE1 FOX.
Okay, I got you in there, Curtis, so we'll go with those three to start off things. John, very good evening. VE1JS, VE1JBL.
Everyone JBL, V1JS. Very good evening to you, Jim, and good evening to all. Not going to keep it very long here. Nice day today. It didn't have any rain for about an hour ago, and it was sort of spitting, and now the fog has moved in, so it's March. What else do you expect? Anyway, thanks for doing the net. Thanks for calling me in. 7-3 all. V1JBL in the net, V1JS.
VE1JS, VE1JBL. Okay, very good, John. Thanks for coming in there from Sandy Cove tonight there. And John will actually be at SMART this year. He comes every year. And if anybody has any QSL cards or anything that want to be checked for awards, like any of the ARL awards or whatever with QSL cards, he will be there to check your cards and see if you're going to win any awards there. And I actually sent a notice out there a little while ago. I think I sent it out to everybody about the information and his email address to contact him if you have any questions on the QSL cards and getting any awards there. So, anyways, thanks, John, for coming in. Thanks very much for every year supporting SMART there. Do appreciate it. Have yourself a great evening, 7-3 for now. B9 CGL, Jermaine up in St. Andre. Come on in.
Good evening, Jim, and everybody else on the Maritime Fusion Net. I've got nothing to report. We have a nice temperature, still +5 over here. Can't complain. Come on, summer. Have a nice net, Jim, and everybody else. 7-3 from VE9 Charlie Golf Lima.
Yeah, very good, Jermaine. Good thing. Thanks very much for coming in there tonight. Yes, bring on spring, that's for sure. It's coming along here. It was +11 or +13 here this afternoon out here in Dayton this year, so it was a lovely day. It was overcast, but even that 13 in the end of March is great. Very good. Thanks, Jermaine. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Let's go down to 3 Mile Plains and see Curtis. VE1FOX from VE1JBL. VE1FOX, VE1JBL. Go ahead there, Curtis.
Now naturally it's overcast again. Well, I don't know. Tonight we got in pretty quick. Last the other night we didn't get in till about 10 minutes.
VE1FOX, VE1JBL. You were quite broken up there, Curtis. Try it again. VE1FOX, VE1JBL. Any copy, Curtis? Nothing heard from VE1FOX. Okay, moving on. Let's go, and we'll start with the rounds here. So we'll go into Prince Edward Island first. Any stations from PEI? PEI stations. I'd like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net. Go ahead, please. Nothing here from PEI, so let's go into Nova Scotia. Stations from Nova Scotia. I'd like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net. Go ahead, please.
Victor Echo 1, Whiskey India November. Victor Echo 1, Whiskey India November.
Victor Echo 1, Julie Whiskey, V1JW.
Victor Echo 1, Charlie Alpha.
Charlie Tango, BE1CT.
Okay, I got 4 stations that time. I got VE1WIN, VE1JW, VE1CA, and VE1CT. Who did I miss from Nova Scotia? Stations from Nova Scotia only. Go ahead, please.
Victor Alpha 1, Charlie Bravo Charlie.
HAP.
Okay, I got 2 more stations. I got Borden and I got Happy there. So we'll go to the top of the list here. Peter, very good evening. How's things down in the city? VE1WIN, VE1JBL.
Yeah, good evening, Jim. Everything's good here. I got out of the hospital. I was in the hospital for a week with a lung infection and low oxygen level, and almost died twice. So I was in the hospital during the week. Yeah, doctor said I almost died twice overnight. I stopped breathing, apparently, they said, for about 20 minutes on both nights. So, there you go. I'm doing okay, though. I'm alive. That's all that matters. I'm looking forward to the meeting next week, even though you guys are doing it in person, but I will be. I'll be there on, I'll go on Google Meet and watch it. So, looking forward to Smart in another, month and a half. About a month and a half, a little over a month and a half. So with that, Jim, back to you. Have a great evening. I'm going to go back and relax and take some more antibiotic pills I got to take, and a bunch of other pills they got me on to get rid of this infection in my lungs. So catch you later. Have a good evening. VE1WIN clear.
VE1WIN, VE1JBL. Okay, very good, Peter. Yeah, I could hear it in your lungs there as you were talking there. So, yeah, take care of yourself there for sure. And you've been in the hospital before with that. So, yeah, just take care. And we'll talk to you again there. And we'll see you at the meeting there next week there. So 7-3 for now. Down to Greenwood and see Eric. VE1JW, VE1JBL. Come on in, Eric.
Yeah, good evening, Jim. Everybody on that. Slow getting started tonight, but I'm sure it'll pick up here as you go along. And, yeah, no, it was a nice day here. Not too much rain today. Didn't get hurt in any. I mean, it's supposed to get a bunch of rain tonight, I guess, but it's been cloudy and whatever. I'm just working on our little rental project here with my handyman today. And got the electrical all finished up. And got some of the other trim and stuff put on. Got one coat of paint on part of it, so hopefully get the rest of the trim and the another coat of paint on tomorrow, and hopefully if we don't finish it up tomorrow, we'll finish it up Friday, and then we'll be ready for the first of the week when the new equipment comes. So hopefully we'll be all ready to roll. Then we'll be on to the next thing after that, I guess, see what comes up. But other than that, just listening along with interest, V1JW.
Yeah, okay, very good. It always seems you got something on the go there for sure. You're always busy, that's for sure. So I don't know how you get any amateur radio work done with all that all those projects you got going there, but you seem to get that done too. So good stuff. Very good, Eric. Thanks very much for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Let's go into Oxford and see Robert. VE1 Charlie Alpha. VE1 JBL.
VE1JBL, VE1CA, good morning. Good evening to everybody. Oh, it's been a long day. We had to trip up to the plant up there in Trackety, Shiloh area there, and got back here about 6:30, so enough time to make sure I had the live stream going there. Yeah, definitely looking forward to Smart coming up sooner than we think, and also I'll say hi there to Peter, and hopefully he's doing okay there and back home soon there. Anyway, with that, hope everybody has a great evening. 7-3, V1JBL, VE1CA.
Yeah, okay, very good, Robert. Good on everything there, and good to see you there last night at our meeting there, too. I think we got a lot done there last night, a lot accomplished there, so everything was good there for sure. So, anyways, have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Let's go down to where are we going down to now? We're going to go see Robert, VE1CT. New Midas, I guess that's where he's at. VE1CT, VE1JBL. You're a little broken up there, Robert, so I don't know if you're coming using the handheld or what you're using there, but come on in.
Just utilize it.
VE1 Charlie Tango, VE1 JBL. Any copy there, Robert?
or if it's on room 602 or 7.
If you can maybe move over to your mobile or get into the AEH repeater, that might help, Robert. We'll move on here. Out in Northport, Morton, VA1 CBC, VE1 JBL, and thanks for all your work there last night at the county office here, Morton. Go ahead.
Okay.
We spent the day trying to change a axle seal on one of the local farmers' farm tractor. Been a busy time beating away at big old steel parts that probably haven't been apart in 25 years. But anyway, it was an interesting experience, and that's what life's all about. So we'll just pass on, and thanks for doing the net for us tonight.
Yeah, okay, very good, Morton. Good on everything. Good on the farm equipment there, and again, thanks for helping out there last night for sure. And Robert, you did come back in there, but you were broken up there again. I'll try you one more time there. VE1 CT, VE1 JBL. Copy? Not quite getting to the repeater. Okay, let's move on to Happy. VE1 HAP, VE1 JBL. Good evening.
VE1 JBL and the Fusion Net, VE1 HAP. Evening to all on board and all who wants to come later on. We're just sitting down in the ham room here and just starting to warm up the radios and turn on this one for the net and check out, see what else there is on TV and on the big HF, and wait for the rain. It's been raining most of the afternoon here, so we'll wait and see for the big rain. I guess giving quite a bit for the next couple of days. Other than that, that's about it. One more day, and then we get a long weekend. So we'll have to check in some other rooms and find out what else is going on. V1 JBL from V1 HAP.
VE1 HAP, VE1 JBL. Okay, very good. Happy. Thanks very much for coming in from Tuscany there tonight. Sure do appreciate it there, and have yourself a great evening. Yes, a lot of rain coming on the way here for the next 24 hours at least. Boy, they're giving a pile of rain here for a lot of the areas there, so everybody make sure they got their drains opened up there and ready for all this rain that's coming. Thanks, Happy, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Okay, that's the first round in PEI and the first round in Nova Scotia. Let's go into New Brunswick. Take the first round for the province of New Brunswick. Stations from New Brunswick. They'd like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net. Go ahead, please.
Victor Echo 9, a Golf Charlie, portable.
Victor Echo 9, Oscar Sierra Kilo, VE9 OSK.
Victor Echo 9, Mike Charlie Alpha portable. Victor Echo 9, Mike Charlie Alpha portable.
9 Papa Alpha Lima, V9 PAL.
Victor Echo 9, Alpha Delta Victor, VE9 ADV.
Victor Echo 9, Alpha India, VE9 AI.
Okay, I'll tell you who I have so far here from New Brunswick. I have VE9 GC, VE9 OSK, VE9 MCA, VE9 PAL, VE9 ADV, and VE9 Alpha India. Who did I miss from the province of New Brunswick?
VE9 Victor Echo Alpha.
I don't know how we could ever miss Vern, and that his big tongue that he has there. But we got you in there, Vern. Okay, top of the list, VE9GC, VE1JBL. Gordon, how's things up in your area?
Oh, good evening, Jim, and everybody else on frequency. VE1JBL, VE9GC. Well, doing pretty good up this way. A mild day, damp day, but all in all, not a half bad day. No particular traffic for the net, and I was kind of running into the room as you were calling for announcements, and didn't get a chance to say it then, so I'll say it now. A reminder to everyone that's interested, the Triple F net is on Friday night at 2000 hours local in this room, CQ Maritime. So I'm not the net controller this week. I think Mike might be, actually. He's coming up there. He'll confirm that for sure. Anyway, thanks for doing the net. Thanks for calling me in, and look forward to checking in next Wednesday. The 1JBL, the E9GC.
Okay, very good, Gordon, everything there. Yeah, I'll ask Mike when he comes up there if he's actually doing the net there tonight. And yeah, I guess we don't call it the Ferguson net anymore. So I came up with either the Friendly Friday Fusion net or the Fabulous Friday Fusion net. So you take your choice there, those ones there. So, anyways, thanks, Gordon, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Let's go into the FTC Oscar, VE9OSK, VE1JBL.
VE1 JBL, VE9 Oscar Sierra Kilo. Good evening, Jim, and everybody on the Fusion Net tonight. No traffic here, just want to give you a mark for the slate, and thanks for doing the net and calling me in. Happy Easter to everybody coming up this weekend, and we'll catch you again next week. Victor Echo 9, Oscar Sierra Kilo, 7-3.
VE9OSK, VE1JBLK, very good. Oscar, good on everything. Thanks very much for checking in there. And yes, happy Easter to you and everybody else out there coming up this weekend there. So all the best, and we'll chat with you again next week, I'm sure. 7-3 for now. Okay, Mike is portable because he's got his other call sign on there, so he must be out and about someplace. No, or maybe not. Maybe just got the handheld. VE9MCA, VE1JBL, come on in.
Yeah, Victor Echo 1, Juliet Bravo Lima with the Maritime Fusion Net, Victor Echo 9, Mike Charlie Alpha Portable. Good evening, Jim. Good evening to Gordon and Paul and Oscar. Yeah, for some reason I'm hearing a lot of dropouts there tonight on the Moncton Fusion repeater. I'm not on my node, just on the repeater itself. Some places there I didn't get all the conversation. Happy there, I only got about half of them. Yeah, anyway, yeah, I am doing the Triple F net on Friday. So invite everybody to come and check in. It's getting to be a good net there, so we always have a topic there for the net. So don't know the topic yet, didn't bring one up yet. So but anyway, I just got my FT710 there, Jim. Came in today and found out I have antenna problems here, so it's going to have to sit in the box until I get that looked after. So anyways, I'm glad to have it, so I'll be able to read the instruction book over and over. Anyway, Jim, have a good net. Thanks for calling me in, and 7-3 to all. VE1JBL, VE9MCA Portable, 7-3.
Yeah, okay, very good, Mike, and everything there. And the new radio, yeah, your sister going to get her there, so good stuff. Just like another Christmas present for you. So there you go. And yeah, too bad on the antennas there, but I'm sure you'll get them fixed there, and you'll have the book read from cover to cover, so you'll know everything that radio will do there. And you'll just be an encyclopedia for everybody that wants to know anything about that radio. So very good. And where's the other HF? Did you give it to Matthew yet? Is he on the HF yet? Over.
Yeah, he did check in a couple of times on the Maritime net. No, I didn't give it to him yet. I'm wondering if I had some receiver problems, but I did put an analyzer on it yesterday, and my 80 meter inverted V, there's no signal dead across the band, so across all the bands, so there's probably an open circuit there somewhere. So I'm going to have to get that issue with 40 meters. It works, but it's not really on 40 meters. It's resonant on 6.2. So I got to cut a little bit of length off of that to bring it into 7.1 there. Anyway, Jim, yeah, we'll probably get it done there. I might even buy a NFED antenna, which is one I saw the other day, the MFJ one, 80 to 10. So maybe I'll go that way too. I'll see what I can do with the ones I have here. If I can't repair them, that's what I'm going to do. Back to you, Jim, V1JBL, E9MCA.
Yeah, okay, very good, Mike. And that's what I bought here for my 7300 because I couldn't use it in the wintertime because my shack was up in the garage, so I bought an NFED antenna and strung that up on the end of the house here. So I have that going into the woods and down over a tree branch and down the other side. So that's what I've been using here all winter on HF here, Mike. After I got it, I ran some cable through the basement to the other side here to the shack, and I've been up and running on HF here all winter. So that's what I'm using is a NFED. Probably the same one because I think it was 10 through 80. I think that's what it was. So, anyways, very good. Have yourself a great evening. Thanks for coming in, Mike, and 7-3 for now. And let's go up to your other neighbor and see Paul, VE9PAL, VE1JBL. Come on in.
Yeah, V1JBL, this is V9PAL. How you doing there, Jim, and everybody else on the net? Yeah, it's 11 degrees here, and not bad out there. It's nice to see spring. Anyway, I'd like to say hi to you, Jim, and everybody else on the net there, Mike and Gordon, everybody else, Oscar. Yeah, well, anyway, you guys all have a great week. Take care. V9PAL.
Yeah, okay, very good, Paul. Thanks very much for coming in, as you usually do there, and good to have you on board there again tonight. So 7-3 for now. VE9ADV, VE1JBL. You had some hum with you there, so when you come in this time, JP, I'll see what you're doing, but almost like the radio was too close to the power supply or something. There was a little hum with you there. Come on in.
Yeah, V1JBL, VE9ADV. Yeah, I'm running off my node here. First time connecting the FD5 to PDN, and that's how I'm coming through. Are you still hearing the hum there, Jim? VE9ADV.
Yes, I am, JP. The hum is still with you there. It's not that loud as drowning you out or whatever, but it is quite noticeable. Go ahead.
No, okay, Jim. That's probably because I have the radio too close to a monitor here. So there's an LCD monitor, and I took it out of the way and used to give me a hum on the 991A as well. And I think that's what's going on. Is that monitor is just when it's got a certain too much color on it or too much white, it's causing it. And I'm running the Wires S software, keeping an eye on the net as well. It's pretty cool. This versatile, this PDN stuff is pretty cool. Anyways, hello to everyone, and hopefully everyone has a good rest of the Wednesday evening and a good rest of the week. Happy Easter, everybody. 73 to all. VE9ADV, back to net control.
Yeah, okay, very good, JP. Good and everything there, and happy Easter to you also. And yeah, throw out that old monitor and get something else there. And you don't want to throw out the radio, so throw out the monitor. Get yourself a new one. Anyways, have a great week, JP. 7-3. Thanks very much for coming in there tonight. Let's go up to Fredericton and see Gary. VE9AI, VE1JBL.
VE1JBL Net Control, VE9AI. Good evening, Jim, and everybody on frequency. A bit of misty rain here most of the day, but we had quite a storm over the weekend there, I guess, and just like slabs of cement, so much ice and stuff. And anyway, we got about 3 feet there of what the plow plowed along the road here, so we got quite a bit, and it was iced up. I had to go out with a round-pointed shovel and a pickaxe to get the driveway cleared out because it turned cold, and what a mess. Anyway, that's the way it is, I guess. So, not much new here. I guess the squirrels been busy. They chewed off my Dacron ropes for some of my antennas here. They did that about a year ago, and they want to climb up there and chew on the ropes for some reason. So as soon as the weather gets better, I got to go up and put some new rope on the ends of them. So anyway, I started trapping off and taking them elsewhere, but there's so many that replace them. It's crazy. Anyway, have a good week, everyone. Back to Net Control VE9AI.
Yeah, okay, very good, Gary. Good at everything there, and the multiple of squirrels there. Yes, we got quite a few of them around here too. Of course, feeding all the birds, all the squirrels show up too. So that's all part of it. But anyways, good on that, and thanks very much for coming in, and have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. And finally, let's go up to Trackety and see Vern. VE9 VEA VE1 JBL. Come on in.
Yeah, VE1 JBL Wednesday Night Fusion Net Control. Good evening, Jim. Good evening to all fine, outstanding, upstanding hams on frequency. A good evening to Gary. They just went out the back door behind me there, or in front of me, or something like that. I think they're, I don't know which direction he was going. He might have backed out, or he might have walked out the front door front way, so hello to Gary. Anyhow, Jim, we're riding along with you pretty well since the beginning, and we missed a few minutes, a couple minutes at the beginning because the radio was turned off and I laid down for it to wait for it to come on after I flipped the switch. Nice net you got running, that's for sure, smooth and, excuse me, I didn't realize I had a bark in me too. Anyhow, Jim, nice net you got running, smooth and silk, and as usual, and lots of checkers checking in. So, that's more enough for me. Thanks for doing that. Thanks for calling me in one more time, and thanks for putting up with my foolishness one more time. Hopefully we'll be around again next week to aggravate the year with again. 7-3, Jim. 7-3 everybody, and happy Easter to everybody. Bye-bye.
The VE9, VEA, VE1, JBL. Okay, very good, Vern. Good on everything there, and good as always to hear you in there. And have yourself a great week there also, and happy Easter to you up there also. So 7-3, and we'll be talking to you again there for sure. Okay, with that, that's the first round of Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, and Prince Edward Islands. So right now, we'll just take a standby for stations outside the Maritimes. Anybody from outside the Maritimes that would like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net, call sign here is Victor Echo 1 Juliet Bravo Lima. VE1 JBL, the name here is Jim. Net control tonight for the Maritime Fusion Net. Stations from outside the Maritimes only. Go ahead, please. This is VE1 JBL, net control for the Maritime Fusion Net. Looking for stations outside the Maritimes. Anybody from outside the Maritimes like to check into the net? Go ahead, please. Nothing here. Round two of the Maritime Fusion Net. We'll start again with Prince Edward Island. Anybody from PEI that would like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net? PEI stations. Go ahead, please.
Victor Yankee 2, Alpha November.
Okay, I got Ricardo in there, VY2AN. Any other stations? Any other stations from Prince Edward Island? This is round 2, stations from PEI. Go ahead, please. Nothing heard. We'll bring up VY2AN. Ricardo, very good evening.
Good evening, everybody. Just wanted to share that today I did a park activation using a new 10-meter radio that I have set up for new hams at the club to borrow. And it worked out great. Got great reports, good modulation, great signal reports, and made 50 contacts, a lot of them from Europe. So lots of fun. I hope everybody has a great rest of the week. And 73 VY2AN.
Oh, very good, Ricardo. Good on the parks, and yeah, 50 contacts, that's good. And you say you got a lot of them from overseas there. You probably got a bunch from Spain. I know every time I do parks on the air, I get a lot of stations from Spain coming in there. So very good and everything. Did you say that was a 10-meter radio, just a 10-meter radio, Ricardo, over? Still copy there, Ricardo? VY2AN, VE1JBL. Okay, nothing heard. We'll move on from PEI, and we're going to go back to Nova Scotia. Stations from Nova Scotia, round 2 for stations from Nova Scotia for the Maritime Fusion Net, round 2. Go ahead, please.
Victor Echo 1, Juliet Papa Delta.
VE1 HUL.
Okay, I got 4 stations that time. I got VE1LAU, VE1GUY, VE1JPD, and VE1HUL. Who did I miss from Nova Scotia? Stations from Nova Scotia, round 2. Go ahead.
Well, good evening, Jim, and all on frequency there this evening. Happy Easter to everyone coming up there on the weekend, and everything sounds good. Doing a great job, and thanks for calling me in there, Jim. VE1JBL, VE1LAU.
Yeah, okay, very good, Lori. Thanks very much for taking part there tonight, and happy Easter to you, too. And I hope you have a good one for sure there. And 7-3, thanks very much for taking part in the net there. Let's go down to, right down southern Nova Scotia. We'll see Joe. VE1GUY, VE1JBL.
VE1JBL, VE1GUY. Oh, good evening there, Jim. Here on the Fusion Net here tonight on a Wednesday. Yeah, it wasn't a really nasty day today. The nasty couple of days was the day before yesterday and the day before that again. So, yeah, I had wind, northeast winds, but the worst winds here, east, northeast, and stuff like that. So anything on the eastern border is not good for us. So, anyway, it blowed for 2 or 3 days, and we had it up over 60 clicks, getting up around 70 odd there at one point. So, anyway, it wasn't all that good. Anyway, other than that, I guess it's that time of the year. I guess we got to take it or leave it. So I've got no other choices in the matter. Been drizzling all day here. I think we had it up to 12 degrees here. We got it 9 here now, so it's been drizzling off and on today, and things got kind of wet. So I guess we're supposed to get some more rain. I don't know how much we're going to get right here where we are, but it's all a bit west Nova Scotia, so I guess we're west as far as I know. We're quoting us mostly southwest, but anyhow, oh well, whatever it is, it is. Take it away there, Jim. Thanks for calling me in. I did call in the first round, but somehow or another I didn't make it through. I don't know if I got stepped on or I just come in there too fast. What's going on? Maybe the repeater now will pick me up. See you later. V1GY going clear.
V1GY, V1JB. Okay, very good, Joe. Yeah, there's been a few problems tonight with the repeaters here. I'm not sure if it's the internet or what's going on there. Some of the calls have been hard to come in, and once they're in, they disappear after they're in, and so I'm not quite sure if it's internet or what's going on there tonight there. But anyways, we're doing the best we can, that's for sure. Anyways, thanks for coming in, Joe. Do appreciate it there, and have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Okay, let's go into Cape Sable Island itself and see Justin, VE1JPD, VE1JBL.
VE1JBL, VE1JPD. Good evening, Jim, and good evening to all who've tuned in this evening. I'm just here in the den watching TV. Not much going on here tonight. Kids are gone to a youth group, and I think the wife's going to pick them up now, so been quiet so far this evening. It's been great. And me and GY, I don't know if we live probably a couple kilometers apart, so pretty close. Both on Cape Island, I guess. Cape Sable Island. Anyway, it's great net this evening, and haven't checked in for a while, and I'll try to check in again next week. V1JBL, V1JPD going clear.
VE1JPD, VE1JBL. Okay, very good, Justin. Thanks, well, thanks very much for coming in there tonight. And good to have you on board there tonight there. Thanks for taking the time, and hopefully we will hear you again next week there. So 7-3 for now. Now let's go into Truro. See Dave, VE1HUL, VE1JBL.
Well, good evening, Jim, and all those on the net. VE1HUL, Dave here in Truro, and wish everybody a happy Easter and hopefully good visits with family and lots of ham or turkey or whatever you're going to have for dinner. And not a half bad day in Truro today. Actually, we're up to 13, 14 degrees at one point, and we're still at 11. And not much wind, no sun, but just a bright overcast day for most of it. So, anyways, we kind of missed the worst of the rainstorms the last couple of days, but hopefully we'll stay that way. Anyways, Jim, that's about it from Truro. So we'll turn it back to you and say 7-3 to everybody. VE1HUL, going back to standby.
Yeah, okay, very good, Dave. Good and everything there. Yeah, we're supposed to get a bunch of rain here tomorrow. My goodness, there's some places that were going over 100 millimeters of rain. I think, I don't know, it was in southern New Brunswick or the middle part of Nova Scotia. It was really strange, but a lot of rain coming in the next 24 hours or so. So hopefully nobody will get flooded out there for sure. But we'll see how we make out there. Anyways, thanks very much, Dave, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening, and 7-3 for now. Okay, we're at the bottom of the list there, so that's the second round of PEI and the second round of Nova Scotia. So let's move into the second round of New Brunswick. Stations from New Brunswick. They would like to check in the Maritime Fusion at second round. Stations from New Brunswick. Go ahead, please.
VE1, Juliet Echo Charlie.
VE1, Tango United. VE1, Tango United.
Okay, I got two stations that time. I got Jody and I got Aubrey, VE1JEC and VE1 Tango United. Any other stations from New Brunswick? Go ahead, please.
Victor Echo 9, Charlie Echo Lima, V9CEL.
Victor Echo 9, Echo Lima Alpha, V9ELA.
Victor Echo 9, Charlie Alpha Mike. Who are you?
Okay, I got three more stations here. I got VE9CEL, VE9ELA, and VE9CAM. Good evening, Cam, and QRU. Top of the list, Jody, VE1JEC, VE1JBL. Come on in.
VE1JBL and the Maritime Fusion Net, VE1JEC. Well, good evening there, Jim, all on the frequency. Nice warm day up here at Woodstock First Nation. It's +5 right now. Rain most of the day and pretty foggy up here. And it looks like we're looking for a lot of rain next day or so. Looks like 50 millimeters are calling for here in total. So it'd be good to get rid of that 20 inches of snow we got the other night. Anyhow, besides that, Jim, no traffic here. Just a quick check-in there. Say 73 to all. And 88 to the ladies if they happen to be out there. And I'm just going to say 73. Thanks for calling me in.
Yeah, okay, very good, Jody. Good and everything there. And good on the snow. Yes, I saw that last week there. You guys got dumped big time up there again. And my goodness, we don't have anything down here. This is good, like for this time of year for us. Yeah, we usually have a lot of snow down here at the end of March here too. But nope, we got nothing. It was +13 here today. And all I have left now, Jody, is one snow bank. It's where the plow driver did the driveway. That's where he plowed the snow. And I actually had two banks, but one was in the sunshine and one was in the shade, still up against the trees where the sun's not getting there yet. And that's the only little bit of snow that we have left is there. So our big dog goes outside and lays right on top of the on that little bit of snow bank. That's all that's left. So she likes to go out and lay in the snow. So it's funny to see her go out now and lay in that little bit of snow that's out there. That's it. So I don't know what she's going to do when summer comes here. She's a new pup, so this is her first. This was her first winter here. So we'll see how she makes out after the snow's all gone. Anyways, Jody, thanks very much for coming in. Have yourself a great evening, and 7-3 for now. Okay, let's go up to Chris Van Sis and see Aubrey and see how his Daisy is doing up there. VE1 Tango United, VE1 JBL.
VE1 Bravo Lima. This is VE1 Tango United. Name is Dennis. Aubrey is OL. I don't know if he called in or not. Anyway, the weather here, I'm downtown Fredericton. The weather's about the same as Gary's AI. Light mist, kind of foggy all day. And it did take a lot of the snow, but we still have quite a bit. So if we get that 2 days of rain, we're going to have some flooding for sure. Expecting a little company on the weekend, I believe, which we're looking forward to. Want to wish everybody a happy Easter. Back to net control. This is VE1 Tango United.
VE1TU, VE1JBL. Okay, very good. Sorry about that. Apologize for that. Yes, well, of course, you guys are always talking together there, you and Aubrey there. So maybe that's where I got the mistakes there. But anyways, yes, Dennis, good on everything up there in Fredericton. And I assume Steve is heading over your way for Easter. Is that Roger? Oh, I must have lost him there. So very good, Dennis. Thanks very much for coming in. Have yourself a great week. 7-3 for now. Charles, very good evening. Up in Cocan, VE9CEL, VE1JBL.
V1GBL, V9CL. Yeah, I had a hard time coming into the net tonight there, but it's been mostly good. I think somebody skipped out a few times, but besides that, I was able to hear most of it. Yeah, short week for me and my wife this week. We worked 3 days, and tomorrow, I guess we decided we're going to take the train from Moncton to Halifax just for fun. Why not? For a few days. We'll be there till Saturday or Sunday, coming back on Sunday, I believe, and maybe go see a play on Saturday night there. So that's our plan, and it's probably going to be raining, but doesn't matter. I guess we got to take some time off from time to time. So anyway, hope it's coming in good. So if not, well, I'll see some meters for now, so I'll pass it back to you, Jim. V1 JBL, V9 CEL.
Yeah, okay, very good, Charles. Good as everything there, and the trip down to Halifax in the train. Yeah, I've never done that. I've only been on a train once in my life, and that was from Toronto. My brother lives up there in Toronto, and they came home one summer, and I went back with them in their car, and then I took the train from Toronto to Amherst there, and it was cold. My goodness, I remember the cars were really cold through the night there. And but anyways, that was my only trip, and I've always wanted to do that and never did. I always wanted to go in the fall, Charles, like take a train from Amherst to Halifax and go through the Wentworth Valley with the fall colors and everything, but just never got around to doing it. So I guess that's still on the bucket list. So there you go. Have yourself a great trip there, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it there. 7-3 for now. V9ELA from VE1JBL. Keith over in Riverview. Very good evening.
V1JBL, V9 ELA. Hi, gentlemen. Hi to all the gang on the net tonight. Yeah, that's interesting. Just we were talking about the train there. I did that from Moncton to Halifax once, and actually it was quite enjoyable. We got it was in the summer, you know. It wasn't cold, so it wasn't too bad there. No, it's quite a nice little ride there. So it should be a fun trip. Yeah, other than that, all is well. Just scaling for a walk there, and it's beautiful out tonight. A little bit of misty rain, but nothing serious. Anyhow, thanks for calling in. You have a great week, and have a great Easter there. I guess it's a long weekend for everybody who's working. And those of us who are retired, well, we'll just stay home and enjoy it as well. 7-3 all, V9ELA.
Yeah, okay, very good, Keith. Good and everything there. And, yeah, happy Easter to you and your family there. And have a good one, that's for sure. 7-3 for now. And we had Tim on the end there, and he was Keogh here, so very good evening, Tim. Okay, with that, we've completed 2 rounds of the Nova Scotia Net. Yeah, we've 2 rounds of the Maritime Fusion Net. So what we're going to do now is just open up to anybody anywheres, inside or outside the Maritimes. Don't matter what province you're in or whatever. It's open to all. The E1JBL standing by.
Sir Echo 1, Kilo Echo Victor Mobile.
Victor Echo 1, Delta, Alpha, Delta. VE1 OL, VE1 Oscar Lima.
Okay, I got 3 stations that time. I got VE1KEV, VE1DAD, and VE1OL in Aubrey. I won't call you Dennis because I just did that the other way around there. I called Dennis in and was calling Aubrey, so there you go. But I got you that time. Okay, so those 3, anybody else from anywhere, inside or outside the Maritimes, I'd like to check in the Maritime Fusion. This is your time. Go ahead, please. Okay, here we go. Kevin, VE1KEV Mobile. Moving mobile or in the parking lot, over?
Very good evening, Jim. VE1JBL from VE1 Kilo Echo Victor Mobile. Yeah, I know Judy and I were on our way to the superstore. We got to pick up Lily there, and she was working there, and got to pick up a few things there as well to get us through the tomorrow. Anyway, beautiful day, or night, I guess. Everybody's all reporting as well. 11 degrees here on the dashboard, and it's not too bad. Anyway, they are forecast a little bit of rain, I think, overnight into tomorrow, so we'll have to stay tuned for that one. Anyway, Jim, it was good seeing you there last night as well, and I think everything all went pretty good there, so we'll say that's it. Thanks for doing the net there, and thanks for calling us in as well. V1JBL from V1 KEV Mobile.
Yeah, it was good. That was a good time last night, and I forgot to mention to Robert, and I imagine Robert's still listening in there. At one of the last radios I brought in from the other room there, I thought it was Go Box 2, but now that I think about it, I'm thinking that Go Box 2 wasn't, because it never said Go Box on it, but never really said anything on it, just said amateur radio. But I'm thinking that one that I brought in at last, and we actually put a sticker on it for Go Box 2, I actually think that is the Pugwash Hospital. So I have to confirm that with Mike, because Mike had said that he had brought the Pugwash Hospital Go Box in, and it was the last one that I found and the last one that I took in. But I'm thinking that was actually Pugwash Hospital there, so I'll have to verify with him that. But yeah, that was a good time. We did a pile of radios there last night in a couple hours there, so everything went well, and I think everybody had a good time there. So. Very good. Thanks, Kevin, for coming in, and look forward to seeing you on Tuesday, next Tuesday. Yeah, for the net there, and we'll be in person. So 7-3. Have yourself a great evening there. VE1 DAD, VE1 JBL. David down in Lower West Pubnico. Come on in.
Yeah, good evening, Jim, and everybody else on frequency. Kind of rainy, drizzly down here in the Pumnicos. Haven't been no snow here for a while now. It can all go away. I don't like that white stuff. But hopefully soon we'll see the sun. We haven't seen the sun here now in quite a long ways, quite a long time. Pretty soon we're just going to move it away. Anyhow, thanks for doing the net. Thanks for taking me in. See you next week, 73.
Yeah, okay, very good, David. Yeah, I know you guys, the same thing as far as no sun. And we haven't got the real drenching rain here yet, but boy, they're promising us some rain here in the next 24 hours or so. So we'll have to make sure our east troughs are all cleaned out here and our drains and everything. So very good. Thanks, David, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Now we'll go up to Chris Pam, Consistency Aubrey. Yeah, VE1OL, VE1JBL.
VE1JBL and the net VE1OL. Okay, Jim. When I turned the radio on, were calling me in, and I had just turned the radio on. I hadn't called. I said, "This is a miracle." Anyway, I got to hear Dennis and everybody from there on in. And it's raining quite hard here right now. And Daisy was out, and she just came in, and I had to take a beach towel to dry her off, and she likes that. She looks for it. And it does a great job. Anyhow, nice to hear your friendly voice there, Jim, and you're doing a fine job, and nice to hear all the people on here tonight. And I wish you a good weekend, great Easter, and I guess that's about it from Chris Pam Says. So back to you, Jim. And my Daisy likes the snowbanks too, but I don't have any snow here. When the snow hit New Brunswick last weekend, we didn't get any where I am, whereas up in Fredericton and North, they got all kinds of it. That's the way it goes here. Back to you, Jim. VE1JBL, VE1OL.
VE1OL, VE1JBL. Yeah, very good, Aubrey. And yes, I remember seeing the news stories there last week there in St. John. and there was absolutely no snow there in St. John, and you guys aren't too far from there, so yeah, I imagine you didn't get any there. So yeah, it's funny to watch her out here. She loves the snow, she loves to play in the snow, and of course there's just that one little bank left, so she'll run out there and lay on it. And I said to Wendy, I said to my wife, I said, well, I don't know what's going to keep her cool in the summertime, but I guess I'll have to open up the garage doors. Maybe she'll go and lay on the cement floor there, and that'll cool her off there. But yeah, and you can imagine Daisy here, Aubrey, 82-pound Saint Bernard, and with all that long hair, and boy, when she goes out and runs around or whatever it is, she is just completely soaked to the bone. And on the driveway, she gets all muddy and everything. So all that long fur and everything, we got 2 or 3 towels we got to go through to get her cleaned up before we let her in the door there. So it's a challenge, but it's a lot of fun. That's for sure to have her around. Anyways, thanks Aubrey for coming in, and have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Okay, it is just past 8 o'clock here, so it's getting late here. So any other stations from anywhere, inside or outside the Maritimes, I'd like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net. Any stations from anywhere, go ahead, please.
VE1 Alpha Japan, Quebec.
Victor Echo 1, VE1 Charlie Mike Delta, Cape Breton.
Okay, I got 2 stations that time. I got VE1AJQ and VE1CMD. Any other stations from inside or outside the Maritimes? Any stations at all? Go ahead, please.
Victor Echo 1, Zulu X-ray. VE1 Zulu X-ray. V1 ZX. Victor Echo 1.
Brunswick, and I got VE1CMD Corey down in Sydney Mines, and I got Brad down in 2 Islands. So there we go. We got a good spread there. VE1AJQ, VE1JBL. Good evening, Bob.
VE1JBL and the crew, VE1AJQ. Good evening, Jim, and all on frequency from soggy West Cock, New Brunswick. And so on, nothing new, stranger startling, just hanging in here and so on, listening. Anyway, 7-3 all. Have a good weekend. VE1AJQ.
Yeah, okay, very good, Bob. Very much. Thanks very much for taking part there tonight. Do appreciate it there, and have yourself a great evening. Let's get down to Sydney Mines and see Corey, VE1CMD, VE1JBL. And Corey, I've contacted the Sydney Club before and asked them about getting a fusion repeater down there, but I'm not getting any headway there. So I assume you're coming through your personal node there. Go ahead.
Yeah, very good there. Victor Echo 1, Charlie Mike Delta. Yeah, like you say, it's a hard old grind with those guys down there. Yeah, it's anyway. Anyway. I'm a member of the other club there, VE1 CPR, the Cape Breton Amateur Radio Club. But yeah, it'd be nice to get one down here, right? It'd be nice to get one, and it doesn't seem like they're very interested, but I know we would be there. We would be very interested in, getting something down the road, getting something going. But anyway, you're having a good net, and like you say, pretty good down here today. Little funny, little bit of rain, and it's kind of a funny day, but 2 degrees. We're not going to complain. It's all good, right? And it's all good. It's better than shoveling snow. And thank you for doing the net, and everybody that keeps it going there. It's nice to listen in every now and then. Victor Echo 1, Charlie Mike Delta.
Yeah, okay, very good, Corey. Good and everything there. And I'm just wondering, did you get to any of the curling games last week there, the women's curling? I watched them all. I was there every day, of course, on television, but I was watching the games every day there from Sydney. and they did a lot of nice reporting there, showing the area and stuff like that. So I was just kind of curious. Were you interested in curling, or did you take any of the games in over?
No, actually, we did. We got to go watch it because the little guy went there with his school, so he went to see some of it, and so we got to experience a little bit of it, and it was pretty interesting. It was pretty cool. But yeah, it's really good there. It's really good. We didn't get to see a whole lot, but we did get to see it, and there was a good crowd, right? Good crowd of people, and it's nice to see people out and having a little bit of fun too, right? So that's nice too. Victor Echo 1, Charlie Mike Delta, back to net control.
Yeah, okay, very good, Corey, good and everything. Yeah, just too bad it wasn't a little bit closer, and I would have tried to get to some of the games there. But that was excellent curling. They're just as good as the guys anytime, those ladies there. They're very, very good curlers. And, of course, Canada won in the end, so that even made it better. Very good, Corey. Thanks very much for coming in. Have yourself a great evening, 7-3 for now. Okay, let's get down to Two Islands, see Brad, VE1 Zulu X-Ray, VE1 JBL, and good seeing you and Lauren at the EMO meeting there last night. Brad, come on in.
V1 JBL, V1 Zulu X-Ray. A very good evening, Jim. And yes, we had a good visit there yesterday or last night there. But man, she rained hard coming back. Thanks for checking me in there, Jim. And I think I seen VE1 November Romeo Lima's call come up there too, Jim. I don't think you got him. Have a good evening. Catch you later. V1 JBL, V1 Zulu X-Ray.
Yeah, okay, very good, Brad. Yes, by the time I left there last night and picked up Wendy, and we went up that Tyndall Road, I'll tell you, it was just as black as could be, and it was raining hard, and like we had talked about earlier when we were out there, our eyes are not as good as they used to be, and let me tell you, I was finding it really tough there to drive that Tyndall Road last night there in the dark and in that rain there, so I don't think we went over 60 clicks maybe all the way out here. But we got here safe and sound, so that was the main thing. So, and of course, it's been a long drive for you for sure. They're getting back home there, so very good. Thanks, Brad, for coming in, and we'll be chatting with you again there for sure down the log there. 7-3 for now. And I'm not sure what the call was. Was it VE1NRL? If there's a station with those type of letters, or anybody's, I would like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net before we close. Come on in.
I think you had VA6 Foxtrot Papaya in there, Jim.
Okay, very good, Fern. Yeah, I didn't hear Francis in there tonight. I thought maybe he was on a trip or something like that. I know he'd been away there. We hadn't heard from him. Francis, are you in there, VA6FP? I'm not hearing you in there, but I know we are having problems with the internet here tonight. Some of the stations are coming in, booming in, and other stations hit and miss, and other stations not coming in there at all. So I'll put another call out here. Anybody from anywheres that would like to check in the Maritime Fusion at any stations from anywheres, and I'll see if I can pull you out there. Go ahead, please. Okay, we're going to call it quits here for tonight. It's 10 after 8, so I think there is problems with the internet here tonight and some lag behind here. So I'm going to make this the last call. This will be the last call for the Maritime Fusion Net for March the 27th. Last call for the Maritime Fusion Net. Go ahead, please. Okay, and with that silence, we're going to close the net. And I want to thank everybody who took part in the net tonight. We had 33. 33 check-ins there tonight, so that's a pretty good net. So next week, of course, it'll be Mike, VE9MTV, will be your net controller for the net there. So I want to thank all the amateurs for checking in tonight. We also want to thank the owners of the repeaters and the nodes who linked in tonight for helping us expand the area for local hams to check in. For more information about the Maritime Fusion Net, go to the Moncton Area ARC website at www.Mike Alpha Alpha Romeo Charlie. That's MAARC.ca and click on Club Activities/Nets. Now that the net is concluded, the CQ Maritime's room is now open for general use. This is Victor Echo 1 Juliet Bravo Lima VE1 JBL. Jim here in Tignish Bridge, Nova Scotia, signing off. Good night, all.